discuss the current dire situation there.
Christian, thanks. Natalie Kitroev, thanks so much for joining us. You just reported from Haiti. Give us a sense of what's happening on the streets right now. How bad is it? From the reports we're getting, it looks like there's already a civil war.
Yeah, Hari, it is horror on the streets of Haiti right now. When I was there was a camp right near the airport. It was filled with thousands of people who had fled their homes because of gang violence. And you saw on the streets children who were recovering from gunshot wounds, sleeping on cement and cardboard. You had mothers who had witnessed their husbands being killed in front of them. And these are folks that are still struggling to survive because the violence has not stopped. Gangs continue to take over ever-growing swaths of Haiti's capital, and the result is a humanitarian disaster. There's a cholera outbreak that is spreading in part because the gangs have made it so difficult for aid workers to deliver basic care in the poorest areas of Port-au-Prince. And hunger has reached, for the first time ever in Haiti, catastrophic levels, which has left thousands facing famine-like conditions. So it was a level of despair that I think Haitians would tell you they haven't seen in their lifetimes.
Recently, the government took an extraordinary step of asking for foreign intervention. Now, exactly who the government is, what authority they have, we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's pretty remarkable. Where is, I guess, the world in thinking about whether or not there should be external forces to try to decrease this unrest?
Right. It was a remarkable request, of course, because Haiti has a long and sometimes brutal history of foreign intervention from forces from abroad that have not ever brought long-term stability to Haiti, and where there's deep resentment and bitter memories of recent attempts to come in from the outside and stabilize the country. You know, that history is on the minds of the international community as this request is being considered. It's obviously also on the minds of Haitians. The United States government is looking at what's happening in Haiti, and many within the Biden administration have begun to fear that this crisis has become so acute that it will no longer for long stay within Haiti's borders. There's a sense that what could be on the horizon is a mass migration from Haiti, and we're already starting to see those numbers climb. Numbers of Haitians who are getting on overcrowded boats and heading for the United States. These boats often capsize, and what experts tell you is that we could see a tragedy at sea soon. And so the Biden administration wants to try to send a multinational force to Haiti, but the administration doesn't want to send U.S. troops. And so it's been trying to convince other countries to lead such a mission. But so far, no one has been eager. There's been a lot of reluctance.
You know, just as a refresher, tell our audience, who is fighting on the ground and why?
So gangs have existed for decades in Haiti. This is not a new phenomenon, but they became, these armed groups, much more brazen and powerful under the previous president, Jovenel Moïse. And when Jovenel Moïse was assassinated last year in 2021, in July, that left a power vacuum that the gangs really stepped into. And over the ensuing months, more than a year, they have gained power, they have gained territory, and they are fighting one another. These gangs don't exist on their own. They are not actors that just have their own interests. Experts will tell you that they have long been supported by the political and economic elite with money and other kinds of support, which use these armed groups for their own ends or to facilitate the free flow of goods throughout the country. And so this is a mess that is really entangled into the political crisis that is also gripping Haiti, which is part of the reason that the call for intervention has been seen skeptically by many critics of the government.
So if there were foreign troops on the ground, would that automatically tip the scales in in favor of the government right now, where there's a prime minister who has not been sworn in?
That's the fear. That is certainly the fear, that if you send in foreign forces, this will only add legitimacy or perceived legitimacy to Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who, yes, has been in power for more than a year without being confirmed by Parliament and is seen by many Haitians as illegitimate. Now, there are also Haitians that I spoke to, especially the folks who are deeply in the grips of the violence, who recognize that sending foreign forces could strengthen Mr. Henry. It could do that. They also recognize that this won't be a long-term solution. But they are so desperate, some Haitians, for just the briefest respite from the torment of daily life, that they're willing to accept security help from abroad, despite deep resentment and reluctance.
If you can paint us a picture, how does the average Haitian get by right now? I mean, where are they getting food from? I mean, some of the images from that story, the trash hasn't been picked up and it's just piled up on the sides.
Yeah, it's a really difficult existence now. Haitians who are living in the country's vast slums in the capital, there is a fight for survival every day. I mean, even sometimes leaving your house can be risking your life in this scenario. And, you know, as we said, this is a hunger crisis as well. I talked to people who said they were boiling leaves to eat, boiling salted water to eat, drinking rainwater. You know, there is a lot of solidarity, I found, among regular Haitians who help each other out and give each other the little that they have. And so I think that has kept a lot of people alive. I talked to one woman who had fled her home barefoot, running out of her home, has never gone back, because her neighbors alerted her that gang members were coming to rape her. That is survival. You know, there are folks who are just relying on each other to survive right now, but it's certainly a struggle. Obviously, you do have some wealthier Haitians in different strata of society that have different, you know, ways of surviving. The wealthy often travel in armored cars, sometimes with security details. You can still drive right into violence, but
The song is King, so le pou fi, le pou fo, te pou le pou fo la, busu su kote jene pelo sa, to po le pou pe pou to lo, busu pou te pou le pe pou to, grimas fet te le pou to, marche 18 te le pou to, gousi geme masse, le pou viye fi ve le pou marche, vale la le pe vale, vale fe pe le pe passe, le pe vale gale le pou marche, riye, pe le fe te le piye vie piye, ou kriye pou ve, pe bele pe priye, pou danse, pe le pe siye, kousu saba, busu pe pou le pou vi, le pou rama, reme pe rama, achte bel machine, ave rad pou le danse, pou le yo fin, kous me fe la, pou danse la, kous bel fe bou pepe pou swa, bale le pou moi, vele pou danse, pe pou vi e danse pe, pou le pou danse konte, kousou pe pou le ou ranse, pagetan pou le ou te pense, pou le ou te pense la fe, bale pou be, la fe pou le pou va, ne va la pou le me swa, pou wa, Boussou compte les BD qu'on les mains noires. Les longs Quincy. Des poules pour vie les longs et fancy, dancy. Nice and classy. Got a wrist that's golden with watch. Watching my wrist glow. Watching my ears glow. From the fingers that I wrist the wind show on my breast la. By the fat la. The same when I walk, when I talk, when I'm friends la. And for you with the sword, nigga. Sim you in an emotion. Cut you asunder from the things that I'm potent. From the worst window smoking, window cigar and I'm potent. This day I'm hoping the war of America, strong man like a soda nigga in America. I'm psalming, goldly and I'm heavenly potent. Think about persistence and I'm hoping. When I'm smoking, cigars cost a couple dollars. I'm hoping to smoke you into ashes, black you into bashes. Black skulls, nigga, lips relaxing. Got my muscle right on my bones rehapping. The same feeling when I risk my will. Present or past, nigga, prophecy, I will ride you. Cash in my code, nigga, homicide you. No DNA coordinate, I will fly you. Like an angel wing with the coupe-là. Passe les filles, l'aime sous là. Moi tellement fou, l'aime fou là. Pas fou, pour les ou sous les ou dim là. L'aime sous pour les danser. Passe les filles, l'aime rancer. Nigga, I'm smooth, nigga. The war of America. The Taliban will tell the bands to America. I'm so fly. Oh yeah, I'm so fly. You were so die. Nigga, you were so die. I sold up to you so fly. You were so lie. Nigga, the so lie. When you tell the time on my watch, nigga. Big fancy Glock on my watch, nigga, from my wrist, that's gold. Think about the hymns I told you, I sold to you. Instruments, they will note to you. But the black Holy Ghost, I would note to you in the hymns law. I'm golden, my brain is chosen. Son of God, I'm hoping.